Hey, I'll be straight with you. When I first replaced the tinny TV audio I'd tolerated for years, it felt like stepping into the room where the movie was actually happening. Smart Ultra. This is for the person who notices when something doesn't sound right, who can tell the difference between shallow volume and real depth, who sat through scenes that looked amazing but felt lifeless because the sound just didn't match. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock, because systems this polished don't stay stable once people realize what they've been missing. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your old speakers made dialogue mushy, music shallow, action scenes flat. You could see the performance on screen, but your ears kept whispering that something was holding you back. That moment you feel disappointment instead of hearing it, that's the sign you've outgrown compromise. And the first time this soundbar filled the room? It wasn't about loud. It was about presence. There was a confidence in the way voices landed, a richness in music you'd forgotten existed, and a spaciousness around effects that made scenes feel bigger without blasting volume. You didn't adjust settings every few minutes. You just listened. Imagine settling in for movie night and hearing footsteps behind you come from behind you. Picture gaming where cues feel directional and intentional, not smeared or lost. Even casual TV shows start feeling cinematic because your audio finally matches what's on screen. While you're thinking about that, take another quick look at availability. Waiting tends to mean awkward price jumps or stock shifts, and that hesitation today becomes regret every time you hit play and notice what you're missing. If you're wondering whether this is worth it for everyday use, let's shift that doubt. This isn't about flash, it's about alignment. Once you've lived with clear highs, impactful lows, and voices that stay anchored without shouting, anything weaker starts to feel distant and hollow rather than engaging and real. Here's something nobody tells you up front: you start trusting your setup. You launch something new without crossing your fingers. You don't worry whether explosions will feel thin or dialogue will get lost. You just sit down, hit play, and experience. That ease becomes addictive. You feel true depth you didn't expect. You hear dialogue with solid clarity. You relax into every scene fully. You stop adjusting volume mid-scene. You feel your setup finally matches your expectations. The only real downsides are that older gear starts to feel painfully weak, and once you've experienced this level of immersive sound, anything less feels like a compromise you used to tolerate. Eventually, comparisons stop being useful. You already know what real sound feels like in your space. Don't let this be the upgrade you keep postponing and then regret every time a big moment falls flat because your system isn't matching what you see. If you're ready to stop settling and finally hear your media the way it deserves to be heard, check the pricing and make it yours now. The moment you press play on something you love, you'll realize how much richer your space can feel.